All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First, want to give honors, go as praise due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua, B'Shem Dash. Double honors to the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace to Akim that's doing this work on the four corners of earth. And I just, got on here and basically this little video here I'm gonna play here. This is really really Esau against Esau. Kingdom against kingdom. But we know these civil wars gonna lead to the race war. And I'm gonna play this clip of this video, and we'll get to some scriptures.
City, now we're showing you the hypocrisy and the ignorance behind the neo-Nazis who've stirred up controversy this week here in Middle Tennessee. And one of the things that I wanted to know is what a lot of you have been asking, why Nashville? But I also wanted to look hate in the eyes and show just how ignorant they really are. For days, out-of-state neo-Nazis have made a scene on the streets of Nashville with their symbols of hate and vile words. Here, berating a lesbian mom who had just left a downtown restaurant, reducing her young daughter to tears. Here, assaulting a bartender who had confronted the group. And here, bringing their venom to the West End Synagogue.
How much do you think the Jews are paying this guy? Let's throw out some numbers.
Thursday, they returned to the historic Metro Courthouse, repeatedly challenging officers just doing their jobs. There on what is now the Diane Nash Plaza, named after the civil rights legend who came here to confront a Nashville mayor and a community's racism, we decided to confront the hate that has once again reared its ugly head.
You ready to debunk the flyers? I told you I'd stop being a Nazi. What's your thoughts about you lying in the media?
Yeah, I'm curious. Why Nashville? Why did you guys choose Nashville?
The only place that respects freedom of speech.
Yeah, this state actually respects freedom of speech, but communist Jews like yourself don't.
John Menadeo, a Californian who moved to Florida, leads the Goyim Defense League, which goes around the country trying to create scenes that they hope will bring them attention and followers. In fact, this tactic, resorting to yelling as a diversion, would play out again and again as we attempted to confront the group with facts about the lies they tell their followers. So you have a problem with Jews in general, though?
Yes, I do.
So you think the COVID agenda
Debunk
is Jewish?
Let's go.
In fact, the men who led the nation's COVID response, Drs. Francis Collins and Anthony Fauci, are both Catholic. Dr. Fauci was Catholic. Dr. Fauci wasn't Jewish.
I didn't say he was.
You say the COVID agenda is Jewish. Dr.
Look at all
Fauci
the
was
names.
Catholic.
No. Go through the names.
Menadeo, it seems, doesn't like any facts that don't fit his narrative. For example, this claim that, quote, every single aspect of the Biden administration is Jewish. The vice president is Baptist.
Okay,
the secretary,
80%. 80% Jewish.
You said every aspect.
I said 80%.
Okay, well,
That's
how
a 2% minority.
Well, the Secretary of Defense is Catholic.
2% minority.
Secretary of
2% minority.
Interior is Catholic. Secretary
2%
of
minority. 80%. 2% minority.
Secretary of Commerce is Catholic. Secretary of Health is Catholic.
80%.
Secretary of Transportation is Episcopalian. Secretary of Energy is
Okay, next
Catholic.
line, let's go.
Secretary of Education is Catholic. Secretary of Veterans
This guy's a
Affairs
liar.
is Catholic. Over and over, it became clear that these are people who are blind to any facts that don't confirm their hate. How many of you guys have criminal records?
What's your criminal record? Catching kids?
Not surprisingly, there are quite a few arrests among these characters. Menadeo spent a month in jail last year after authorities in Florida got fed up with the group littering their neighborhoods with its hate messages. Others we discovered also have a variety of criminal charges on their records. Can I be honest with you guys?
You're a loser, scumbag.
When I look at you guys, I do not think Mr. Race.
Race, are you
Time is coming to its end.
In fact, what I saw was a group of wounded, angry men who've never accomplished much in their own lives, looking for someone else to blame.
Where's the Jews?
I really feel sorry for you guys.
I don't give a my sorry for. You're gonna grave soon, you dumb sellout boomer.
You boomer.
Honestly, I think my overriding feeling was sadness. These are really pathetic human beings, and they just don't seem to recognize it. Frankly, I think that's how most of Nashville and Middleton.
And there you go.
Don't confirm their.
All right. But hey, this is a beautiful time to be alive. These Edomites going against each other. All right, we at the end of this thing, and yeah. So yeah, let's get on down to some scriptures. So just give me a second here. All right, Isaiah chapter 19, verses 2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So yeah, hey, it's a beautiful time to be alive, So let me get this other one. All right, Book of Mark, chapter 3, verses 23. Salakim. And he calls them unto him, and saying unto them in the prophecy. How can Satan cast out Satan? Next one, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. All right. Next one, if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. All right. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We're at the point where these Edomites are gonna fighting each other. All right, Second Ezra chapter 15, starting at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Salakia. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction drawing nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against the other, and swords in their hands. Because, a lot of people not eating. All right, a lot of people not eating or whatever. And so, people are going to be starving. All right. Pressure getting put on them. So we're getting real close to that civil war than people think. Reading on. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings, neither princes, no, right? And in the concerns of their actions shall stand in their power. So regardless, the politicians, people not gonna really care about the politicians like that anymore, because they gotta eat. Their kids gotta eat. So they ain't trying to hear the BS that these politicians or anybody else gotta say. So that we're at the time they're about to really go in. All right. A man shall desire to go into a city, and he shall not be able. Which is very true. For because of the lack of bread, the next one, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be after. And and that's real true. All right. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. and for great tribulation. So people gonna be breaking in house to house, regard who's there, who there or who ain't there, to go there to get some food, or they'll hunt the person down and they'll be the food, because cannibalism is coming back in a big way, But hey, we at the time where this is Esau versus Esau. The Civil War leads to a race war. So with that, I'm gonna give honors, glory, praise due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, and also the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace to Akim that's doing his work on the four corners of earth. Shalom.